1208, August 6, 2026, right now marks 2,669 hours of progress on the global horror simulation. Currently, it's been figured out how to create a post-processing material that can reconstruct the world position of pixels and manipulate the color of pixels based on their position in the scene, and this will seemingly be useful for implementing a custom fog of war effect. Now, currently, this project uses the default built-in Unreal Engine 5 local height fog, but one thing about this default height fog is that it appears to have, while it does look good in first person and mostly in third person with tall fog, whenever the camera seems to be above the fog, there seems to be this sort of artifact that occurs whenever it sort of clips through geometry. And so the intention going forward is to sort of use or learn how to use the post-processing volume in order to perhaps create custom volumetric fog from scratch in order to create a fog of war effect that looks as ideal as possible. Now, currently this is running quite well as the algorithm is quite fast here. The current scene has 125,000 voxels, and it is able to manipulate them seemingly instantly, and basically showing the performance of the scene. It doesn't appear to affect the performance of all the actual height fog. And what is good about using this technique is that it uses voxels, and these voxels are not only able to affect areas and unmask them around a certain elevation, but they can also affect height quite instantly. So this doesn't only affect fog at a single ground level like most texture-based fog approaches, but it also affects fog below the player. So it can manipulate fog based on height and is quite efficient in doing so. And so as seen here, fog is being removed in sort of a pattern of if it is having the same x and y value as the player. And so the intention going forward, now that it has been learned how to basically create the fog of war unmasking effect, and also it has been learned how to create a post-processing volume, the intention going forward is to look into learning about implementing custom volumetric height fog using the post-processing material for a full screen volumetric height fog that does not have the limitations of the default height fog. As currently as seen here, there's some weird banding going on there, and so the intention going forward is to remove that. And also there's that sort of flickering on the edge of the screen that seems to be occurring, and it's not known if that's only occurs in the editor, if that would actually occur in a build. So the intention is to just go ahead and learn how to create this sort of fog, but more cleaner with less banding and issues.